it now to the ANC's headquarters, where we find eNCA's Govan Whittles, who is tracking that story. As we've told you, disgruntled ANC staff are not backing down until their demands are met. There's Govan. Govan, thank you. So there was just a moment ago, we were checking in on the situation in the Western Cape. As we know, the ANC has provincial offices in all of the provinces, as well as regional offices, and in many instances has people that it employs, and whenever this is playing itself out, it cascades from the national office to the various provincial offices. How is it looking at Luthuli House today, and what is the intention of the workers who are there this time around?
Well, it's looking as busy as can be expected, particularly as the ANC conducts those interviews to determine candidates. And an interesting situation is developing at Luthuli House. Tulas, look, the people that are here are not here for the issue of the salaries of the ANC staff. Instead, they're here because they're unhappy with the candidates that are being interviewed for mayoral positions in Mpumalanga and in Ekurhuleni. And these people have come here to stage a protest over that, and because of that, the ANC's picket over the staff issues, which include salaries and the Provident Fund, is now delayed. The staff were expecting about 20 to 30 people. To us, they say they can't really raise a lot of people to come here because most of the staff don't have any more money left. They're still waiting for those payments. But these people have come from different parts of the country. Let's speak to them, to some of them now. Mr. Dlamini, you've come from the Dipaliseng sub-region of the ANC. Just tell us why you've come to Luthuli House with the other ward members here.
Thank you. The problem is that they've glitched the system, the processes of the ANC. Duarte and the President have been clear that the processes of the ANC should be followed prior to the elections. They changed the list since before the elections. They've changed the list which was supposed to be the guidelines to who must lead the community, and the community at large is angry because of that.
All right, and we know that the interviews are ongoing and that the disputes are still pending, and just out of shock, you'll see that more people have come here. The majority of the crowd is from the Ekurhuleni region. Ms. Matakaka represents some of them, and she'll talk to us about what the issues are which are being raised. Many of them seem to center on the regional leadership and a possible return to office of Mzwandile Masina. What are your issues here?
Gathered here are the ANC branches from Ekurhuleni. The majority of them were here because the guidelines of the ANC were very clear with regards to candidates of mayorship. They said 2 males and 1 female, but with Ekurhuleni it was never happened like that. And again, we have quite a number of disputes which were never attended by the ANC. So now we're here pleading with our leadership to quickly and intervene, because as branches we're not satisfied where we are. So
do you believe that the provincial leadership will intervene, or are you looking for national leadership intervention?
Definitely, because our leadership is very much sober and sound. They will definitely deal with the issues and resolve them amicably so.
All right, thank you so much. That's a representative from the Ekurhuleni branches. You'd also see some people from Mpumalanga here, and we are expecting a lot of ANC members to be raising their complaints with the national leadership as we approach the finalization of those mayoral candidates from across the country. And it looks like most of the people who are unhappy have converged here at the Luthuli House. And this is just a taste of what's to come, because later on, when the people here have had a hearing from the leadership in the ANC offices, then the staff who are unhappy about the non-payment of salaries and the retirement funds will also stage their picket. So it looks like a busy day ahead for the ANC. Tell us.
All right, Govan Whittles live for us from outside Luthuli House there, tracking those problems in the ANC. It would appear there's a compounding effect, because what Govan is covering there is partly that story about the workers not being paid and demanding that they be paid and the conditions of service be honored by the ANC as an employer. But at the same time, there are political issues that have to do with the ANC and its democratic processes leading up to the local government elections, leading now to some disgruntlement among some of their branches, with the result that some are taking to the streets and actually picketing in front of Luthuli House. Well, we'll continue in a moment. This is All Angles. I'll have more on the day's top stories for you in the next few minutes.